Ladies and gentlemen from around the globe, welcome to the opening ceremony of the 2025 Cat Olympics, where grace meets grit and instinct meets discipline. This week, we bear witness to a showdown of legend and legacy. Two competitors separated by age, experience, and temperament, yet united by one thing: the relentless pursuit of greatness. Our first competitor is Kurt, the orange tabby, 5 years old, a veteran of the household. Calm, cool, and collected, Kurt doesn't chase, he calculates. He doesn't leap, he ascends. In training, Kurt's technique has been described as poetry in motion. Kurt is a student of the moment, and this week, he's here for gold. But across from him stands Gary, barely a few months old, a Lynx Point Siamese, and already a crowd favorite. Gary doesn't walk, he rockets. He's a blur in fur, a chaotic marvel whose training regimen includes pure chaos and defying gravity daily. Don't be fooled by the baby blue eyes and oversized ears. This tiny tornado is here to compete. He may be young, but Gary's energy is unmatched. You cannot coach that kind of electricity. Kurt, measured mastery. Gary, unpredictable passion. 2 cats, 1 week, 5 events, a lifetime in the making. This is the 2025 Cat Olympics. Let the games begin. This is the first Cat Olympics that has ever happened that I am aware of. There will be a total of 5 events. We have dinosaur climbing, 20-foot tunnel racing, wrestling, the balance beam, and then the grand finale, the obstacle course. There'll be videos posted today, on Wednesday, and Friday will be the finale, and it'll be on short form all week. If you do watch the long forms though, you will be able to see each event a little early. So make sure you subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss this. This is the biggest competitive week in Kurt and Gary's lives. Event number 1, we have dinosaur climbing. Kurt and Gary will each get 3 attempts. The timer starts when they touch the dinosaur and it ends when they get to the top. I will be using a toy to try to guide them to get to the top, but this is pure speed, agility, climbing ability, and maybe a little bit of strategy. Kurt and Gary both love this dinosaur. Neither one of them have an excuse of why they shouldn't be able to get to the top of this thing quickly. I've seen both of them get up there extremely fast. Kurt and Gary both got to check out the dinosaur, plan, strategize, whatever they saw fit. Gary is here, mapping it out, seeing what the best route of choice is for him. Just a little warm-up session for the young man. Very good form. Very good form out of the veteran. The fastest time after both of them have gone 3 times is the winner of this event. Kurt's first run was not off to a good start. He would not get on the dinosaur, which was fine because the timer doesn't start, but eventually he did get on the dinosaur. But Kurt was taking too much of a strategic route. He decided to sit down, really think about what he was going to do next when this is all about speed. He just needed to get to the top of the dinosaur, and eventually he went for the toy. Oh! So Kurt did post a DQ on this round. I mean, he got on the dinosaur and then exited the dinosaur without getting to the top. So Kurt's first run was not off to a good start. But then it was time for Gary's first attempt. Gary went with his hair on fire straight to the top, posting a first time of 4.82 seconds. Extremely impressive.
You have to get it at the top of the dinosaur, okay? All right, look.
Kurt, for his second attempt, was a lot more focused. He got on the dinosaur quickly and ended up climbing up the neck. He did take his time a little bit. His time was 10.69 seconds. Still pretty impressive, but he has a long way to go if he wants to catch Gary for event number 1.
At least he put a time in.
Gary's second run on the dinosaur is like something I've never seen. I mean, this is like lightning in a bottle. He got to the top of the dinosaur so quickly. He clocked a 2.88 second run. Kurt has his work cut out for him.
See, I think Kurt's capable if he can commit to actually doing it.
So then it was time for Kurt's third attempt, his last shot to try to beat Gary. He needed a time faster than 2.88 seconds, and he got on the dinosaur pretty quickly, but then he's just too concerned with the toys, man. He just did not get to the top of the dinosaur quick enough. He just kind of lost sight of this event, if I'm being honest.
Gary took this round, Kurt. He took this event with ease.
We did let Gary try for the third attempt just to see if he could beat his record, but he actually ended up bailing, posting a DQ for the third round, but it doesn't matter. Gary took event number 1 with a very impressive 2.88 second run on his second attempt.
Gary takes event 1, which is pretty surprising, honestly. And they have not been able to come to terms with this. I mean, Gary's kind of rubbing it in, being a bad sport. Kurt's fighting. kind of, I think, taking some anger out on him being a bad sport. So tensions are rising here at the Olympics. Gary took event number 1. I actually did not see this coming. I thought Kurt actually had the advantage for the Dinosaur. He's been around it longer. He gets to the top pretty fast. He's bigger, he's faster. So I really did think Kurt had the advantage, and I still believe that, but he just couldn't focus in. He was just worried a little too much about the toy and not enough about getting to the top. And Gary was just full go to the top of the Dinosaur. What Gary did was really special. I don't want to just discredit Gary and say, oh, Kurt didn't try. I mean, even if Kurt tried and actually did it, Gary still might have been faster because he put up some impressive times. It's okay, Kurt. There's plenty of time to come back, dude. Don't take it out on him. Don't take it out on Kurt. Be a good sport. Be a good sport. There's no sense. Okay, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. Event number 2 was the 20-foot tunnel race. It's pretty self-explanatory. I laid out 2 10-foot tunnels, connected them, and it's simple. I'm gonna put them at the end, start the timer, and when their whole body exits the other end of the tunnel, time is stopped. They will get 3 attempts apiece. The fastest time wins. Going into this, I don't really see one or the other with a clear advantage, especially after seeing Gary on the Dinosaur. Gary can move, and he can move fast, but so can Kurt. Don't count him out. When Kurt gets in tunnels, he sprints. Attempt number 1. Go.
Kurt's first attempt at the 20-foot cat tunnel run was a little slow. I mean, he kind of took his time in the middle, sat there, thought about life, I guess, a little bit, and ended up posting a 27.90 as his first attempt, which was not ideal, but Gary hasn't gone yet. We don't know what he's going to post. He could be slower. Let's get into Gary's first run.
Come on, go.
This first run for Gary is where his wildness is starting to catch up to him in a negative way. He just could not decide where to go. He was going back and forth. It looked like he was going to exit, but then he would just stop and turn around.
Oh, come on, you gotta get out. You gotta
Gary!
come this way.
He ended up posting a 35.26, which is not going to cut it. But look, both cats put up times, at least, for the first attempt. On the Dinosaur climbing, Kurt was DQ'd and Gary had an early lead. Kurt does have the lead in this event, but anything could happen on these last 2 attempts.
Attempt number 2, Kurt, you got it. Come on.
On Kurt's second round, he ended up staying in the tunnel. We ended up stopping it at 42 seconds because he obviously already clocked a faster time. So he didn't even put up a time for round 2. And things were starting to get a little bit questionable for Kurt here. I mean, is Gary going to just run away with this Olympics? Is Kurt just going to fold under pressure? Are the lights too bright for him? We'll find out. But here's Gary's second attempt.
Attempt number 2 for Gary. Go, buddy.
Just when it looked like Gary was about to blow the lid off of this event, I mean, he had potential for an incredibly fast time.
Oh, no.
He just stopped. He stopped at the end of the tunnel. He turned around and ended up doing the same thing as Kurt. Slower than his first attempt, so we just stopped it, and it was on for the third attempt for both of them. Anything could happen here.
All right, Gary, you got to put on a strong performance for your third one. And go.
On the third attempt, Kurt showed up. He really looked like he had something to prove here, posting a 5.49. He might have heard the talks. There's been talks in the crowds talking about Kurt's age was starting to show. He didn't have what it takes to take on the new rookie, but there he goes. He blew it out of the water with a 5.49 time, but Gary can still go. Gary has the lightning in the bottle capability that we've already seen here at the Olympics. So here's Gary's third attempt.
He needs a strong one here. In order to compete with Kurt, he's gotta get through it pretty quickly. All right, go.
So Gary was off. He took off the fastest sprint that we've ever seen, the fastest start. He got to the end of the tunnel in a heartbeat, but then he stopped. He stopped and turned around. The hyperness, the zoomies, it was too much for Gary, and he wouldn't leave the tunnel. He would not leave the tunnel. He had the win right there. He could have took the 2-0 lead, but instead, Kurt had the determination. Kurt had what it took in event number 2, and it is tied 1 event to 1 event, and we have ourselves an Olympics here, guys.
That was your event right there, and you just threw it. My goodness. The race to the gold medal continues. It'll be posted every day on short form. The next YouTube long form video will be on Wednesday. Turn on the post notifications. Make sure you subscribe. The third event will be wrestling, so it should be great. I hope you guys enjoy this series of videos. This has been the most fun to film. So I'll see you on Wednesday for part 2 of the 2025 Cat Olympics.